How dare you? How dare you? What's the pointing finger business?
I'm
Just
pointing
not
at
doing anything.
I'm pointing at you so you can introduce the show because I'm sick of my own voice sometimes. Sometimes, not
Why are you
always.
doing a podcast? You
I
maniac.
You know what?
You could just not do it.
I could, but I don't listen to this. It's just when okay, so, like, most obviously, I follow this podcast on Spotify. If you haven't yet, please do because that makes a big difference to us. The evil monster, which is the S word, will I've got so many debates with this, but essentially that will make us feel good because we don't get paid for this, and I think that's, like, a lot of people don't realize that they pay a fee to Spotify, but Spotify doesn't pay that fee back to us. They pay it to, like, the big dogs, but not us little dogs. So if you want to support us little dogs without spending money, just give us a little follow. That would be really nice. The plus button is where it's at. But I have done that, and I listen to some podcasts on this platform. I try to not listen to all of them, but when that episode is finished, including my nightly meditations that I do, it will then automatically roll into other podcasts that I follow, including this. And it's so jarring and triggering and awful when you are in, particularly like doing a morning meditation like I did today. And then it's like, bam, bam. I'm like, no, what is going on? So
So you're trying to drown out the other voices in your head and not think, and then your actual voice is fed to you.
it's so
I can see why that can be jarring.
I'm sure there's something in the settings that I could change, but yeah.
But you
Anyway,
don't want to block us because then it'll think, oh no, people want to block this podcast. It's no.
right? And I also won't get served other cool music podcasts. Because that's part of it, they think they get to know you and then they serve you things that you might like. There's conspiracy theories around that as well, which I'm not going to get into right now, but God, I would love to. Anyway, thank you for starting the episode, Chris. That's part of the inside of my
I
brains.
the episode has just started with you ranting about a company, but sure, we'll eventually get to what we're here to do and have a great time.
Like, this is me post meditation. Can you imagine me pre meditation? As I gulp from a
So
gigantic mug of coffee.
it says morning on it in the middle of the afternoon.
It actually says Morning Brown. It is a Auntie Donna merchandise mug, and if you are familiar with that, I hope that you are peeing yourself laughing right now because it is one of the best comedy lines ever. Christopher.
Amyl and the Sniffers are rad. There's nothing more to add. And that's my
No.
poem. No, you
There's
want
no.
more?
Yeah,
You telling me I should not be doing this?
you.
Uh,
Ugh.
did you get it?
It's so good. Amy is a god. I need Not even in 50 years, give it 20 years, we need a statue of Amy somewhere while she's still living. Let's make legends
8.
legend status while they are still here.
Mm,
Yep.
Amy is an
Portrait.
icon. Exactly. Yeah, that we like. You already thought I was bringing this song in 2 episodes ago. Uh, we're both all over it. Amyl and the Sniffers, you should not be doing that. We've heard the criticism that comes this band's way from people that don't understand it for a long time, and she is serving with an enormous fist. Deal with it. I don't care. And they're only going to have more fun and continue to make it's it's the most kick-ass stuff Australia's had basically since Thunderstruck was written. Like this band is our like balls to the wall kick-ass band, right?
It's actually clit to the
And as
wall, not
such, there's
balls to
no
the
place for
wall.
them in the mainstream. It's what?
It's clits to the wall, not balls to the wall.
Is
Yeah,
that the title of the episode?
sure. That's what we're doing. Um, as you were saying. Carry on. When
There
I
are
Sorry for interrupting with the
there's only
clits.
one of
Carry on.
those in the band. There's only one of those in the band and 6 of the others. But that What?
I just did the math. I had to sum it up. Carry on.
Yeah. But we all know the true hero of this is the dirty, dirty, dirty saxophone. I won't delve into that anymore. I just had to say it. But she's an icon. Like I said, 8 years for the statue. I don't care where you put it. If like, people need to understand, even if they go, "Oh, no, that's too raucous for me," your opinion doesn't matter, and this band is gonna be kicking heads in for a very long time and in the best way possible, and Australia should be very, very proud of Amyl and the Sniffers.
And I just thought this track is actually what I should be meditating on of a morning because we all know if you've been listening for a long time and you know me by now, you will know that I do get caught up in that a lot of it. And if you follow my personal Instagram account, it gets me down. The world often gets me down. Um, and this is exactly what I need to be listening to every morning, particularly in these cold, low months to get me out of bed because it is an anthem. Thank you,
It
Chris.
is. That's a mantra as much as anything. You
Mm,
go if you wanna win the day, don't start the day you can start the day peaceful and calm if you choose to meditate on that. But if you wanna wake up and go, "Whatever criticism's coming at me, whether it's from someone else or myself, bugger it.
mm.
Go and win." You listen to Amyl and the Sniffers.
Thank you. Thank you. I will. That is a good reminder. Chris, last episode you brought in the band Foster the People. I think we all know this band name. Everybody should know this band that is around our age. Even my dad was like, "Oh, I think I worked with them once." On your dad. He probably did. Um, I'm not a nepo baby. My dad used to work music festivals. He started off volunteering. It's not his career. Please don't come at me. Um, they are such a sound, and we are also familiar with their sound. And you brought in something describing it as taking us to Studio 54. This track is called Lost in Space, and within 3 seconds, you are transported to a disco dance floor in outer space. Like they have nailed that sound. It is futuristic yet retro. It's out of this world yet like very comforting. It felt almost like I heard it before, and I had to look up to see if there was a sample or something because when there is I think it was the bridge more so than the chorus, but when there is that part that you feel so comfortable with that you're like, "Have I heard this before?" It's pop music, indie pop to a T. They've done such a great job. I Yeah, again, a good mood improver, like just a really nice vibe, really good sound. And then from you bringing in this new track last episode, I then delved back into their back catalog and the best way I can describe Foster the People's sound, which does bounce around this indie rock, indie pop world, is it sounds like what I think Triple J should sound like. It's non-offensive, it's comforting, but it's like sounds youthful. And it's such a weird thing, but that's like I'm like, that is what in my head Triple J sounds like, or any youth station. It's got a great energy. I loved the track, and it was really nice to delve into some stuff that I snoozed on that they've released over the past 10 years because they do a really good job at music.
Nice.
Mm, they are
Yeah,
nice.
very clever, like, super switched on
Yeah. And
and wise.
another band that I was served that I've brought in on this pod years ago amongst listening to Foster the People was Cage the Elephant. And that's another band that I feel the name is so familiar, but their music is quite underrated. They're actually really, really great at structuring smart songs. So I think I'm going to now delve into this kind of indie rock vibe for the next month. So thanks, mate.
Alright, it's 2011 at your place. Let's go.
It is. It's always 2011 at my place. What are you digging this week?
I spent the first 3 or 4 years of doing this with my own rule that I always wanted to bring in new artists that haven't been on here before.
Yeah.
I feel like we've established enough time now where I can go back into the bag and I don't care as much because we've already, like, we've got receipts, right? I can go back and pick an artist that we've already talked about, and that's what I'm doing. Uh, so I'm linking in a couple of themes here that we've already discussed. So heard a song a few days ago that's brand new, and there's a new album coming out from this person. It starts with one of those, okay, I'm an outlaw with my boots on kind of vibe with that low guitar.
Yep, I like that.
I'm like, all right, what's going on here? You can see the tumbleweeds going across the ground. Then this kind of Jack White guitar comes in. And you're like, hold up, what's going on here?
Okay, you got
Like
me.
radness levels are turning up.
Mhm.
And then and then Dallas Fresca's voice comes in and just kicks you in the face. And you're
Yes.
like, I'm making too many analogies about violence, but
Oh,
it's just like
yes.
she just serves it
Oh, yeah.
so hard.
Oh, yes, she
And
does.
talk about underrated talents. Like, far less people know about Dallas Fresca and they should. And I know we said
Mhm.
this a year or two ago,
Mm.
but I'm very excited to hear this whole new album from Dallas Fresca. The song she's released is called Electric Days, and it just boom,
Yes.
feels right.
Dude, I felt like and I'm when I watched this back, I don't know if my shoulders dropped, but I felt such relief when you said the words Dallas Fresca because I was going on like I was like my cool side. This is me like revealing myself. I was like, everything you're describing sounds like my absolute favorite kind of music. How do I not know about this yet? um, in all honesty, I've not actually listened to this new track yet. I have been keeping up with Dallas's new release, Dallas Frasca doing solo. So Dallas Frasca's been a band for a long time. And now Dallas Frasca, whose name is the band name, is doing a solo album and she's been glittering little singles for the last few months. And I haven't got around to listening to this because it's so fresh. But dude, this is that description has got me hooked. Like I'm gonna wrap this up soon because I want to listen to it straight away. Yes.
Electric
Oh,
Days.
thank
It's
you.
just
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going for a track that's been out for maybe 3 weeks now. I have really battled with myself to bring this in because the artist doesn't need an introduction. The artist doesn't need a platform. And,
are
I
they cancelled?
no, they're not
Is it Marilyn
cancelled.
Manson?
No, and it's not Justin Timberlake, but I'm so glad that he got arrested. Let's dig deeper into his closet. Ugh. Anyway, I know that this artist doesn't need any support from the little dogs like us, but this song is stuck in my head for the last 3 weeks since I've heard it. It is one of my favorite genres of music, which is sad girl pop. It is one of the best, catchiest pop love songs I've heard in a long time. It's an artist that when we first started this pod, I was not on board with. I never got this artist. And it wasn't until a lazy lockdown morning when I had nothing better to do than to force myself to try and get to know this artist, and I fell in love. The artist is Billie Eilish. The song is in all caps, which I know you're not a fan of, Birds of a Feather. And it is such a bop. I can't stop singing it. I can't get it out of my head. I love this track. Lyrically, it's adorable. Energy wise, it's fun. I'm sorry that you're going to have this in your head for the next 3 weeks, like I have, because it is eternally catchy. That's me.
Billie Eilish. There you go. You weren't on board. You brought in a cover of Billie Eilish and said, "This is better than the real stuff. Oh, we need to translate it into ska."
I still I still stand by that. I still think that the ska version of Bad Guy definitely trumps the OG Bad Guy, and the Interrupters are still such a great band, and I am dying to see them live. So somebody please, please, please bring them to Australia because their tour here got cancelled, and I'm so sad about that because I want to see them. So yeah, I'm still standing by that. I'm still standing by that.
I'm still if they kept the last 45 seconds and do that then that would have been totally different. Anyway, but no, you're right. That song has been out streaming the official single off the album for the past
Mm.
2 weeks, and the record company's still like, "No, we want Lunch. Lunch is the hit. Play Lunch."
Like, people want to feel the love. People want this. It's like it very much falls in that like early 2000s, late 90s sad girl pop sound, which didn't actually exist back then. But it's kind of it could sit with Mandy Moore's Candy. It could sit with some early Ashley Simpson or Hilary Duff. It's really got that bubblegum cutesy vibe to it, and just get it in you. Hold back the judgment. I really, yeah, that's all I that's my lesson of today.
Right. I know you won't be able to, but you should come to my radio station's we've got a party next Friday that's not so fresh because we're now all so tired. You need to come to our So Tired party next Friday.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be up north in the sunshine, hopefully. Let's hope for the sunshine. I know that they've had lots of rain up there. I am gonna get some of that warm air into these cold bones of mine.
Enjoy that.
Thank you for listening. As I said at the top, I said it sarcastically. Please, if you do like this pod, give us a follow or a like wherever it is that you're consuming this, because that will make it easier for other people that like this sort of stuff to find us. And if you've got a friend out there who likes new music, share this with them. Don't be a gatekeeper. We love ya. I love that you finish with a thumbs up. People can't see you.